Hey guys, welcome. We're up to Season 1, Episode 13 of Criminal Minds. Here we go.
I told you I did.
No, you said nya. Nya is exactly halfway between yeah and nah. That's the kind of answer I would tell my students is ambiguous. Was that your intent?
More or less.
But I know
Alright,
it's
something's
tough
gonna
on
pop
you,
up in the
but,
road.
Hey, look, think on the bright side. Weird.
What are you doing?
The kid's either
I'll be right back.
oblivious, didn't see it, or something's wrong with his
I'm
dad.
tired. It's, despite what your mom says, I'm not completely useless. I'll be right back.
I'm already starting to think whatever happens, maybe he actually did it, but he doesn't realize he's doing it. Or maybe there is someone. No, it's just too convenient, you know? Someone would have to be following them or randomly be there at the exact same time to do whatever they're about to do.
What is it, Dad?
Nothing. It's just the wind. Derek, get back in the car.
I don't know. Let's see how this plays out before I start making assumptions.
Hello?
They're definitely implying that he's crazy.
What is it, Dad?
Stay in the car.
I think he was seeing all that, and I think he just killed his kid. Did he have, like, a mental break? Like, what?
The state trooper took this before the paramedics showed up. He's unconscious, has 4 broken bones. He's gonna be in the hospital for a month.
I didn't hurt my son.
You remember removing the tie around from the trunk?
No.
This happened 2 days ago in Beechwood, New Jersey. Mr. Fisher had ingested LSD one afternoon and didn't come down until 18 hours later.
The hospital reported 6 other patients who ingested LSD in the last 24 hours. Of the 7 victims, there was 1 death and 1 coma. This is from hospital security footage the same night Fisher lost it.
Someone's...
These people didn't get spiked.
What?
These people were poisoned.
Yeah. This was an attack. What? That explains it.
None of them remembers anything about the day it happened.
And these people were so messed up, it's made it difficult for local PD to retrace the victims.
Well, it's all gotta be from the same...
We know there are 4 types of poisoners who target multiple victims.
Yeah, it's gotta be from the same location, right?
Political terrorist / religious cult.
Usually a younger offender who doesn't mean any harm, and it's basically
it's
just
funny.
a practical joke.
Avenger.
That kid is gonna wake up and be terrified of his dad.
While the lab analyzes the specific nature of the LSD he was dosed with, we'd like to get our own sense. Was it the drug itself, or was there something else going on? And hopefully that can give us a little bit of a window into the motive of the offender.
He's in the psych ward.
We'll give it a shot.
He's in the psych ward? That sucks.
Let me tell you something about my wife, okay? About what she did in my house, in my bed, with the investment banker next door.
Why is it so hard for people to
My
just
son,
get a divorce
she's angry with me.
before you do that?
She's the cheater.
Why is it so...
She's angry at me.
Oh my god, I cheated on him.
What did you do?
I feel bad, I can't tell
You
him.
want to hurt her? Of course. Why did this happen to you? Why?
Fisher.
Why?
Calm down. Hold your head forward. Hold your head forward. Come on. Come on.
Okay, I understand why he's there.
Well, he's raw, broken, and seriously pissed off.
But they did find traces of Rohypnol in all the victims.
A central nervous system depressant, it's similar to Valium, only 10 times more potent.
I don't know
commonly known as a
anything about whatever y'all are talking
Right, and one
about.
of its side effects is amnesia, which explains why none of the victims remember how they were poisoned.
We compared notes on the victims we talked to. So far, there doesn't seem to be any pattern.
I don't do drugs.
Maybe the
I
drugs
don't
themselves
know
are
anything
just
about
not
drugs.
A lot of kids are using LSD and Rohypnol these days. Fisher is a high school teacher.
So it might be a prank after all.
Yeah, one that went horribly wrong.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a list of students from Fisher. Let's see what
It's crazy, man.
Okay, we'll be right there. Cops may have figured out where everybody was dosed.
Oh. That's progress.
A lot of his friends come in here. His girlfriend was here Saturday night.
Is he here today?
He was supposed to come to work after school, but he called in sick.
What's his last name?
Wallace.
I'll have Elle check at the school.
Good phone number for him.
Hodge.
Danny
I checked the high
Wallace.
school and Wallace's house. He wasn't there. So now I'm at his girlfriend's house.
I was all beat up. And he was there. Above me. Holding me down.
Who was?
Why do you think someone's here?
Don't mess with us. Don't do it. If you say anything.
He's not.
Come with me. You're gonna call 911, and as soon as I leave, you lock the door behind me. Yeah.
There we go. That's how we knew.
On your head.
Dang.
This isn't what you had in mind when you skipped school today, is it, Danny?
Dang.
Look, she was on something. And if it was acid or whatever, I've taken that. You give that to someone without telling them, it doesn't exactly set the mood.
Kid is right about that. If he wanted to slip a girl a date rape drug, why did he give her LSD too?
Yeah, LSD is not something. I do know that. LSD is like.
So Samantha was just the 8th victim, and the boyfriend working at the cafe was just a coincidence. We think that this unsub is striking out because he feels that he's been inaccurately perceived by the community or a subset of it.
He feels that these attacks will affect and alter a reality that he is caught in.
Why is he covering his tracks?
Because these victims aren't his primary targets.
We know from precedent that this kind of offender, the Avenger, tests his weapon first. This attack
Oh, he's
is
going
a
large
test run.
scale.
Test run for what?
We don't know yet.
Once he has them, all those years of pent-up rage will be unleashed in the form of a larger attack. Profile indicates a lot of people could die.
What?
Where do your 911 calls get routed?
There's a county phone bank. They contact first responders, the fire department.
Alert them too. They're going to need additional personnel and any other backup you've got, auxiliary cops, you're going to have to call them.
But why?
Because we're going to have a heck of a time just calming people down, and we really don't need the confusion to interfere
Yo,
with our investigation.
what?
Do you want me to start making those calls?
No.
Wow. Wow.
Cutting.
Wow.
We've looked into any civil or criminal complaints from employees, ex-employees, suppliers, regulars at the cafe. Not one good lead.
There's got to be somebody connected to that cafe who'll pop as a suspect.
Honestly.
Want to go back there, see if we can find another angle?
Couldn't hurt.
JJ, you and Reed go to the hospital, see if any of the poisonings seem legit.
Okay. People are coming in with all kinds of complaints. But there's at least one case that isn't psychosomatic. She's barely breathing.
Can you take us to the doctor that's treating that patient?
I'll call Hodge.
Would it be the doctor, y'all think? No. Maybe y'all are looking at the wrong.
What if it's not the profile that's wrong, but the target?
Not this cafe.
Just because a bunch of victims came to eat here doesn't necessarily mean that they get poisoned here.
Yeah.
Where?
They might have gotten poisoned before coming
When the
here.
patient got here, couldn't remember anything about her day.
You did say it was a
slur, I could barely understand.
town favorite,
Sounds like
right?
Rohypnol. Did you test her?
So typically
She was
people would go
positive
there.
for Rohypnol, negative for LSD.
One of the victims who I talked to said that he went to that bank on the day that he was dosed.
How do you get poisoned at a bank?
I don't know, but I'd like to take a look at the security tapes.
After you. Right there.
No way. No way.
Jack Fisher.
About to have the worst night of his life.
That's all of them. Every one of the victims who turned up at the ER 3 nights ago is on this tape.
So, who fills that thing up?
They can test the candies. I'll call Hodge.
She may be incoherent from lack of oxygen.
Doctor!
It's
No,
the
I'm pretty sure it's
end.
the bank. All the victims are on their security tips.
So what are the chances that she's not poisoned, that maybe she just got some bad food?
Highly improbable. Chances are basically nil. What is the rate of survival? This dose, without antitoxin? 0.
What is it?
Botulism.
Doctor, her BP is dropping rapidly.
It's sepsis.
She's working with him.
Charging to 300.
Clear.
Still nothing.
The test run is over. Agent code blue.
Yes, doctor, right away.
Yeah, she's the real Tess. That's what he wanted to happen. Mike. Sup, Mike?
He's far more sophisticated than we realized.
Why is that?
Oh, that's right. He
Botulism
killed her
toxin
with
is the
something else.
deadliest
Sorry.
substance known to man. It blocks acetylcholine receptors, paralyzing its victims until basically choking you to death. Any chemist or lab assistant has that capability.
So we're looking for chemists and sophisticated lab assistants?
Basically.
Okay, wait a minute.
I think there's a good chance he ends up work there too.
Well, let's start with people who fit the profile who've had a recent stressor.
Like anybody fired from Hitchcock in the past 6 months?
Mm-hmm.
Hitchcock's a giant company, Sugar Shack. There were over 100 people fired just this past year.
And so far, none of them fit the profile?
No. But I do have 30 names of people who were downsized and shunted off to other lame companies with a cut in pay and benefits.
He'll take out anybody to forward his cause.
Like Dempsey.
Like Dempsey and eventually even himself. Until he finishes taking out his primary targets.
We have no idea where he's going to strike next. For all we know, he could poison the local reservoir.
No, local cops haven't gotten any leads out of Dempsey.
That
Why
would
don't
be
you go to
so
Hitchcock and see if
bad.
they
That
have
would be so bad.
Yeah, some of these layoffs were brutal. This one chemical engineer had been at Hitchcock 19 years when he was downside.
Yeah, it would certainly inspire homicidal rage.
That would piss
The guy
him
was in
off.
his late 40s, head of his department. Definitely had a generous severance package.
All these guys are living off pensions. They may not be happy about it, but I don't see them killing over it.
Garcia. Talk to me, hot stuff.
Get this, Cochise. I found a chemist who works at a company that was bought by Hitchcock called Palme Cosmetics. Now, here's the thing. Lynn Dempsey applied for a loan in New Jersey for a patent on this anti-aging breakthrough technology thing called PCO99.
So maybe he applied for a loan in her name to make his product?
That's what I thought, but both the loan and the patent were rejected because Hitchcock had already applied for the patent and the patent deal had gone through, drumroll please, New Jersey Federal Bank.
Huh.
Tracking his cell phone, and it won't be long before I have his location.
FBI! FBI! Dang, look at that place.
Once caught, these types usually do. They want the whole world to know about their brilliant plan to destroy their enemies.
In case he doesn't give it up, let's play every angle.
My
Need to re-examine
brilliant
everything about this
plan.
guy.
I'll check witness reports, forensic evidence, anything that might be a clue to this guy's plan.
It's like, oh, I think that guy's from Lost too. I can't tell.
You were romantically involved with Lynn Dempsey, Mr. Hill.
Is that what she said?
That's what her sister said. What happened to her?
The fact is, Lynn was...
Oh wait, no. He just looks like him.
That company
Psych.
killed her years ago.
They kill you too?
Not from Lost.
Well, they might as well have.
You treat people with the mercy that they never showed you.
I can't even tell you how little that means to me.
What would it mean to your children?
Dang, hit him with the children.
Listen, you worked hard.
What can you do for me?
We're FBI. We have influence with justice. If you have a legitimate claim, and I believe you do, we can see to it that you get fair compensation and credit. And that's all you wanted, right? A fair deal.
That's all I ever want.
Of course. You don't think the company knows they screwed you? You don't think everything they do, every move they make isn't designed to screw people like you?
You could really get me those things.
Ed, this is my ABA card. I'm a lawyer, and I'm offering to take your case. And if you accept, I have to do what you say. This whole thing is being videotaped. I can't lie about that.
There's a party this afternoon in the executive building.
Oh, God.
All the departments get together. There's a punch bowl.
Stop. Don't drink that. Put it down. Put it down right now.
Of course, there's a punch
Ladies
bowl.
and gentlemen,
Some guy's like, dude, I already drank it.
We are FBI.
The CDC's here with 3 dozen doses of antitoxin. We're going to make sure everyone gets some just in case. Whoever may have gotten sick, we should have caught it in time.
Okay.
The punch tested positive for botulinum toxin. About a dozen of the partygoers reported symptoms, but they've all been given the antitoxin.
Thanks, JJ. I'll call you back.
Bye.
That's wild.
What is it?
You're right. That makes sense. Well, why didn't Hill take his own life when we had him surrounded?
Because maybe that's another accomplished.
I've been looking over the victim reports. One of the victims that was originally dosed was severely diabetic.
And?
He wouldn't have taken candy from the candy bowl at the bank. All the victims were there, we know that. But how are they poisoned? I started looking at the security footage. Exactly. Botulinum toxin and LSD are the only 2 substances in the world toxic enough to be effective in doses as small as 1/1000th of a gram. Small enough to fit on the glue strip of an envelope.
But the CDC didn't find any evidence of poison on the envelopes.
They wouldn't have. The envelopes were destroyed after the checks were deposited and processed.
So like the Rohypnol, Hill was using the candy to throw us off. To cover his tracks. To distract us from the fact that he was testing the envelopes.
What I can't figure out is why would he test the envelopes to poison the punch?
Because the punch is a decoy just like the candy.
He's not finished.
Yeah, there's something else.
Gideon.
He's killing himself. Dude!
He's dead.
He killed himself before we even got to him.
What?
The office manager mentioned to Elle that Dempsey was organizing a retreat.
So then Hill wasn't using Dempsey for access to the office party.
He was using access to the retreat.
Where are the executives? Could they be reached?
No. Not until tomorrow.
They're out in the middle of the woods somewhere.
When voting, you want to think about the qualities you admire most.
Voting.
So tomorrow, we tally the votes to find out who our new team leader is. Now, we don't want a repeat of last year's fiasco, so this year, I brought along some envelopes.
The victims need to ingest the antitoxin within 4 hours
So
from the
this
time they're
year,
poisoned.
I brought along some envelopes.
Seal the envelopes so there's no cheating, Brad.
Nowhere, that's the whole point. BAU to Air 1. Anything?
Negative. We checked the first 3 campsites. Nothing.
How about the Park Service?
A couple of families on holiday. Nothing's on the target.
Dude!
Wait a minute. I'm getting a radio from the Stadies.
There is a positive here if they all... Well, clearly they all took it, but... all the ambulances and everything is...
These guys are in bad shape of getting worse by the minute.
Who's the sickest?
That one over there.
Medic.
He's having trouble breathing.
Wow.
Confucius warned us, before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves.
Of all the departments, why'd you choose the BAU?
You know, I had prosecuted dozens of murder cases, and by the time they reached my desk, it always felt like it was too late. And I wanted to stop them before they got to my desk. That doesn't really answer your question.
No, it doesn't.
I guess I'm still trying to figure it out.
Try and get some sleep.
She didn't want to lick it. Understandable. Nice. Yeah, I was basically following along with this one. I was like, oh my god, I don't really know. All right, tell me, y'all tell me, give me the information. I don't really know much about that stuff, the scientific, and they actually like had me slightly confused there because they were like, this is the guy, and then they were like, he's not acting like the guy. But I'm sitting here the whole time thinking, well, okay, yeah, you're making profiles, but what makes you say the profile is always correct? Like they were all worried about him. Oh, he hasn't killed himself, or attempted to take himself out of the picture. And I was like, well, what if you're wrong about that? But then they kept on with it, and I was like, man, maybe there's someone else. So I was going back and forth. I was like, I don't know. Great episode. Like the video, comment down below, subscribe if you have not already. Top 10 is going to stay the same. I don't have anything to change with the top 10. Nothing's really happening. Everyone who is listed in my top 10, I think, is literally performing where they're ranked. And they just keep on sitting there. So, like the video, comment down below, subscribe if you have not already. You can get these videos early over on SimpleReactions.com or Patreon.com/SimpleReactions. I have a personal YouTube channel. Y'all probably didn't know that. There's other YouTube channels for Simple Reactions down in the description of this video and all the other videos. Go subscribe to those other YouTube accounts. We're going to start doing some other stuff on there. Yeah, I'm doing stuff on my own. We'll be doing stuff on the gaming. Anybody who's into video games and stuff, we got stuff over there. And then we're going to start working on films and short films and short clips and funny stuff. And that's in Simple Reactions Studios. And then you got news coming in 2024. Simple Reactions will be covering the 2024 election, which is very exciting. I should be hosting that. There should be other people there to give their opinions and stuff. So yeah, it should be fun. If you're interested in any of that stuff, we're really branching out. We're really doing different things. And of course, you got the reactions that aren't going anywhere. So check all that stuff out. I will see y'all next time.